Alright, right here is what we're working with. Let that rascal down. He can control it coming down with the hydraulics. Hydraulic dash pod, he said. He can control it to stop. He can control how fast it goes down or how slow it comes down.
Yeah, you can get it with this crawl right there. Or you can put the stop right there.
You can see how slow she's coming down. And that would be perfect.
You can't lift it up.
Yeah, here's the problem.
And that's all you do. It's because this has not got a check valve on it, I believe, and that's what we're going to attempt.
So this is our next little goal right here. Because we may want to actually have to pick this up.
It's forcing fluid back through here, the top line through here. When it's up in the air and it's pushing down, it's pushing fluid through here, down through here. So when we put that check valve in there to raise it up, we'll see what happens.
This cylinder that we're looking at right here did not come on here. They had, yeah, they incorporated it on here, trying to get it to work the best they could, I imagine, but it is not working. It's a no-go. And that's what we're doing now. Yeah, for picking it up, it works great as you just seen coming down. Picking it up is a whole nother animal though.
We're milling out the stop on the collar on the stop of the Wells Bandsaw. Now we're going to bore this lady out here to about 1.25 inches or whatever fits that shaft in. Alright, this should be it right here. Let's see. That's her. Now we got to base it off and cut down the chrome, the paint. that roller wore out. Alright, this is all the work I done to it yesterday. Cleaned these out, retapped them 5/8 11. I made me a center point on the lathe. Put it in here like this. You can see the outline of where the thing used to be in there. Laid my piece up there, tapped it, drilled this hole. Drill this hole first. Put the bowl in there, put my center point over here. Then I tap this one up against it. Drill it out over on the drill press. Now this is the collar we're going to be putting on now. This is what took so long over there. Harry just, he boy just too slow. We're going to take this. We're going to weld it right up there, like that right there. I got to go over and bead blast all the paint off of this. Then after I weld it, I'm going to take it over there on the knife grinder, and I'm going to cut this down on the bandsaw first, and then profile it on the knife grinder. Alright, we got it marked out here. Now all we gotta do is go cut it. Alright, we're gonna cut out this side, and we'll cut the other side. Alright, we're getting crazy with it now. Alrighty, I think that's about all we're going to notch on over here. Now let me go over here to the knife grinder.
In front of the fan there, let it dry, let it cool, not dry.
I dip it in the water, so I marked it with that bead. That's all machined out. Put a kerf around that thing and the little weld. I'm working on the jig here to weld this piece. almost done. I got to move this section down here a little bit to get a little bit more clearance on the angle line from the worktop piece. Everybody needs one of these. Alright, I got the rubber wheel made. I got a metal insert, 3/16 keyway. Let me put this thing together and see how it's going. Alright, so far so good, yeah. All I need now is my cranker. Alright, let's see what this thing's gonna do here. Let this cool off now. Alright, now we're going to put this on the big American here. We're going to bore this out to the same size as the collar. It will help in cleaning out and painting and all that. I guess the jig done alright for this first welding try, but that's the most looking embarrassing weld I've ever seen. Well, I got the strap rod here painted. I mean, not painted. I got the strap rod here sandblasted, and I'm going to buff it out. That's part of it. Finally. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to put a small groove here in this. Right where I got it outlined, right where I need it. After we cut this groove out of this hydraulic cylinder, we'll have it down enough where we can take it right in there to the bandsaw. Alright, this is going to turn out to be the adjustable collar stop. Had to cut it a little bit more down. This is hardened more down in there than any one I've ever cut before. You notice the difference in the timings of the metal. We'll cut on that bandsaw now. Alright, the next procedure is we're going to turn this down to 2 1/4 full. That's carpenter talk, that means a 1/16 over. We're getting there. Now I gotta make the upright pieces here. Alright, we got our set screw in now. I should say set handle. Just left off another job. I think I'm off a drill press, old Taiwanese. Alright, the goal this morning here is to finish boring this out here. This is going to be the adjustment arm bracket. knock these welds off here, and then I'm going to cut it. Weld it right on here. Got my piece mark. Cutting out the collar bracket. Cutting and calling it a night. That's the day's work right there. Kind of dark over here. One more bracket to make on that. Last piece. Now this is what you call really getting down to scrap pieces. I'm going to have to take this 1" mill it down to 5/8. Oh, this is what I got to mill down right here. Alright, I got the piece cut, milled down. I got it layout die on it. I got it scribed, and now I'm going to use the optical punch to punch my center holes. I got to drill them out before we go down here and profile it out at this angle where you can hold it in the vise better. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty and the gritty. Cutting the corners on. Well, there she is. Now I can go find some 5/8 screws. that concludes the Wells Bandsaw. This is your start-stop. Material you put in the bandsaw. You set it to make repetitive cuts. Parts painted, cleaned, repaired, made, all hanging up here to be drying. The next job at hand is to get this cylinder off. This is the cylinder they put on there, and they welded all of this up here. All in there. This whole plate's got to be took off. This is the cylinder that's supposed to go where it's supposed to. This come off of a Cub Cadet, but it fits that just perfectly. And then this arm is broke here. Holds on the little pawl that locks in here. So that's the next job at hand. I can cut this right here and cut this right here. Might get a chisel up under here, and this may right here break off. This is a bracket they made, the wrong cylinder. It's got to come off.